Okay. Yep. Here I am. Just waiting. We're about to be recording this next episode of I. We are freaking right at the end, and it's awesome, and there's no Billy, though. He'll be back pretty soon. I'm just sitting here. I don't know why I'm talking to myself. Why do you leave Minecraft on, though? I guess he was playing before we started. I'll send him a text. What the heck, man? Well, I'm not just gonna sit here wasting my time. May as well poke at this thing. Man, it really feels weird to be playing Minecraft, like, by myself. How do you do this? Like, by myself play Minecraft. I broke a flower. Oh, it was a dandelion. Okay, so now I guess I punched down a tree, right? With a dandelion. I'm dandelioning down a tree. I'm dandelioning the dirt. I just like saying dandelioning.
Hey, Damon, I'm back. I had to go get energy drinks. What are you doing?
Playing Minecraft.
You're playing Minecraft.
It's a B. Yeah, it's actually kind of fun, I guess. I'm starting to see what the appeal is.
Are you okay?
What? Ah, what the?
You okay?
Sorry, I just had this weird flash in my mind, like I was playing Minecraft or something.
Did you like it?
No.
Damn, the sync failed.
Speaking of brain hacks, we're the Bittersweet Gamers.
I'm We Squared.
And I'm the Opinionator, and Dante is being synced by Saito. What are we supposed to do?
I don't know, but if I don't move, the time won't go down.
I suspect the time won't go down even if you did move.
I don't suppose it's as simple as going to the exit, do you?
Of course not.
Why does it worry me more that nothing takes time?
It won't open.
Of course. I guess all we can do is watch as Saito starts
Taking over?
breaking the locks.
Sync?
Violence!
Hit it! Doria!
Damn, what is going on here?
Now, I still have no idea why Dante has consciousness while he's being synced, but you know what's going on, Dante!
Come on! There's a knife.
Seems important.
What? Damn it, what is this?
So Saito made that happen.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
I assumed that they were using the prototype sync machine back then, but why was this happening?
Was this some sort of like long con game?
Or an experiment? Just to see if it would work? Or see how the machine worked, and so they're doing it on criminals?
Okay, I guess we'll just keep on keeping on.
Go to the sync room, huh?
I don't know, maybe you should look around first.
Especially since this actually costs time, yeah. And nothing.
Well, I guess we have no choice but to run towards our fate.
Go to the sync room, huh?
Yeah, I'm with you, buddy.
Also, we totally looked at the album. This one is the hidden item in the Mayumi Somnium that we missed. And we really need to go back and get it, because completionism. This was boss A because we ran out of time, and oh my gosh, who wants to do that again? But I guess we're gonna have to. So there's 3 left. One is an actual Somnium, I'm sure, because it makes sense to end this game with a Somnium.
Yeah, an actual Somnium, and then one's probably in here.
Right, that's what we're thinking. Maybe it's cheating to use something like this to look at what is yet to come, but they gave us the information.
It's not like we're getting it off of GameFAQs or something.
It is convenient that time doesn't pass, though.
Especially when we're hunting for an item. Alright then, this makes this Somnium really easy.
It's a sync machine.
Hope we don't run out of time. On his hand? Oh, because he pulled it out. And that look on his face and the body language. And we get that concealed with the wrong spelling.
Mm-hmm.
The hacky, cracky kind of thing.
What was he doing?
Well, Dante, probably don't have anything else to do we?
To the surprise of no one, no.
Sync gear.
What do you think? We should use this as a chance to express our emotions.
Hitting it isn't an option. Pull off. I'm gonna go with pull off.
So reject entirely.
Yes.
What the? On his own hand? Yeah.
Oh.
Again.
Huh. And again he sees when he swapped with Rohan. And now we have the auras to indicate who's who. That one is Dante, of course, because
Yeah.
the red and evil one is Falco. Wonder what his name is. You know, his name might actually be Kaname Date.
Maybe.
I bet it is.
All right. Pretty simplistic.
A door. What is this? This wasn't here before.
So where did he go?
Let's find out.
This is...
Right.
The chemical plant, of course. There was all the anesthetic and the mannequins sort of representing the victims. Again with the dang evil TV. Those CRT TVs are everywhere in this game. And that's what's going to happen.
If Dante doesn't stop him.
Oh, that's not good. We don't have too much more time before this gets sorted out in the wrong way. Or maybe the right way. I mean, maybe it's good for Dante to end up in his original body.
Oh, you optimist.
Well, Well, if he's going to end up in his body, then I suppose we know where this is going. Especially after he pulled the eye out, you know. There it is. That's cruel.
Piece of...
This is...
Okay.
And he even says the same thing. And this music, man.
This music is really effective. Like, it's very unsettling. Discordant?
Dissonant.
Dissonant.
It is discord, yes.
Well, no more putting it off.
Blood.
And like the minimalistness of Dante's...
Responses. Now let's pick up the picture.
The picture.
As if he were on the cusp of losing it all.
I guess I've got to scoop up the blood to get the picture, because it seems to sink into the blood.
Maybe. I doubt it even matters what we do. There's blood on Dante's hands.
Oh, hadn't thought about it like that.
Just as much, if not more, than Saito.
Right.
Saito's the psychopath. Yet when he stuck his hand in or scooped it up, it didn't stick.
It's a pool of blood. I don't know anything else.
You were right. He does have to get his hands bloody.
Well, yeah.
Damn.
Well, that's not what I meant. I mean, he already has blood on his hands.
Right. I just figured, like, there was another, like, level to it. Layer of it.
It's them.
Falco was still unconscious because this machine sedates you.
Right.
And then Saito just beat up Rohan.
Whoa! Okay. Mirror, mirror on the wall. Who's the craziest of them all?
And of course, Dante has to do something that he's never done heretofore, which is to face himself. In this case, it's to face his body, but as we've just been made aware, he's got enough memories to construct something, doesn't he? Saito has said
that all you need is a little fragment to recreate everything.
At this point, he's got practice, it's true, but he's just been going into bodies and pulling that memory out over and over and over. Dante's been here, in this body, this whole time. He may not have pulled those out yet, but they are there, and it's like he's just ignoring it. He's never faced it. For that matter, although he has realized who he is, he hasn't thought about what that means. He hasn't had time to. He hasn't had a chance to.
This has all been dropped on him rather suddenly.
And he's got way more important things to do.
Like figure out how to stop Saito when it's done.
And to figure out how to save Hitomi and Iris. But he's gonna have to face it. And that's what this mirror is, isn't it?
Facing himself.
Facing both of his selves.
The only sentiment I really want to express to Saito is to punch him in his smug little face.
Of course it comes down to violence and pushing through with force with you, Billy.
I work with what I know.
Damn, nothing.
You can't fight yourself. You have to accept yourself. You don't have to like that, but...
I guess touching is the only way to go then.
I touched it, but nothing happened. I can't. I just can't do it.
You can't push it away. You can't reject it. It's there,
You're...
whether you want it to be or not. You cannot run away. You cannot push it aside.
You have to face it.
It's just a mirror. Damn it!
You aren't Saito, Dante. But if you don't accept the way things are right now, you're afraid that you'll be Saito.
That's it. Just a little more.
And if you can face it and accept it, then you can see which part is you and which part is not.
Ooh, I like that. That's a good way of looking at it. He's just trapped in here, has no control, being forced to do all this stuff against his will.
It makes you wonder, are other subjects of the sync like this? They don't remember it, it's true, but are they like this?
I'm sinking.
How do they experience it?
We were told that they're just not really aware of it, but that may not be true.
Especially if they forget it when they wake up?
Yeah, functionally that means they're not aware of it. So it could be like that, and the thing is that the circumstances of most syncs are negative. You're peering into people's suffering by design of doing this. So it's like, is this forcing them to suffer more? Now, in the case of Mizuki, it certainly didn't. In the case of Mayumi, it certainly didn't. It doesn't have to be negative, but...
Something to think about, yeah.
Yeah, it just makes you wonder. Oh, God.
I can't stop it.
All you can do is sync. How Silent Hill 2. Again? Back out, can you?
No, I can't do anything.
Was there one more lock left or two?
One.
Dang.
So I guess I'm gonna be sinking 2 more times. I assume.
Well, time has to run out. That's the whole point. If the time doesn't run out, you won't switch.
Right. I wonder why time isn't going down normally.
For presentation.
Well, fine if you're just gonna have an answer like that.
You have to succeed, not fail. You have to succeed at failing. You can't fail at failing.
Are you sure? If you fail at failing, does that mean you succeed?
See, since it doesn't mean that, that means that it's not that.
I think we're
Did
getting off
anybody understand a word of that? God dang it, what I'm saying is they don't want you to just stand there and run in a circle till time runs out and then it's over. You gotta go through the scenes. Oh my god, real world logic. Pull yourself out of the game.
What do I do?
See, now I just want to make a joke instead of be serious.
You're welcome, buddy.
I'll kill you. Deeper, deeper, and deeper in. No, really, if you like this, go play Silent Hill 2.
Mm-hmm.
The game is this.
Basically. Well,
Here it is.
What is this?
And we're forced to make the choice to do the action. We don't have an option, and it's not passive.
Mm-hmm.
That way we're actually struggling as the player.
yeah. Iba, if you want to reactivate and save the day, I wouldn't be against it.
Iba's not here.
No. Now we're in the blue room.
That was...
This is also like Silent Hill 2. Walking through the point of the origin of your trauma with the water at the ground, splash, splash as you go, and the water level keeps rising. Are we still in the sink? I mean, this is Rohan's body. It died a long time ago.
Right.
Dante is seeing... Wait, is Dante seeing Saito's memory of when he synced with Rohan?
Wouldn't that be his? Because it said Falco on the name
You're
thing.
right.
Voice.
Then the thing I was going to say was, or is it the next time that happened?
Yeah.
When Rohan ended up in...
Day 6, Wednesday.
Hakai.
Destruction.
Indeed. I'll miss that body.
I did it! I did it! Oh, this feeling! I'm back. I got it all back!
Well, rather, this lack of feeling, and that this nothing is back.
Yeah.
So which is he gonna take?
This fake eye is awful. Well, I suppose it's better than nothing.
Excellent.
I think I'll keep it.
Because he's been sedated by the machine, he won't be able to act.
Right. Well, at least he has normal emotional function without Iba now.
That's true.
This prototype machine has a special function.
Now, hold on, though, before we move on. I want to make sure I know what we saw. Maybe I'm just being dumb.
Falco swapped with Rohan. That's the first thing we saw. Then Rohan, with Falco inside of him, swapped with Saito.
Okay, that was the missing point, that we didn't even know why it happened, and we still don't.
Right, we
But
just
that
know
was
that
what
now
we
it
saw.
happened.
That was how Falco ended up in this body.
Yes.
But why?
We still got some more game left to go before we find that out.
The body I am transferring my consciousness into
Right.
will receive a stimulant. The other body receives a sedative. You will be feeling it soon.
And he does have the voice.
Oh, but don't worry. Like I told you earlier, my plan is to kill Iris and Hitomi in front of you. So I can't be killing you right away.
I have one more joke to make. I must make the joke.
Get it out of your system now.
Because I'm aware this is not appropriate. in several videos recently of both Cold Steel 3 and this, we've been like, ooh, I love DC Douglas, because it's true. Now we're even playing as DC Douglas. Is that some kind of fanboy squee or what? All right, I said it. Now I'm gonna get back to being serious.
I don't believe you.
Well, it ain't gonna be easy if you talk to me like that.
You will watch them die, and then you will follow in their footsteps. You should be honored.
My body won't move. My vision is getting hazy. My consciousness was melting away, clarity fading. I don't know what happened.
How could he? Unlike Saito, he hasn't been through this over and over and knows what it's like and knows what to do. We don't even know how much control he is in right now.
You might have to reestablish it or something.
Yeah, and how much he remembers right now. For all we know, he's actually a blank and doesn't even know who he is.
I could only watch as it unfolded in front of me. The scene that played before my eyes left me dumbfounded. It was a fragment of my memory, lost all those years ago. A piece of my past, buried deep in my subconscious.
Ratty cake, baker's man. Bake me a cake as fast as you can. Pat it, poke it, fill it with fruit. Put it in the oven. Rock, paper, scissors. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. I win! Yay! Now you have to take the penalty. Up, side to side, up, down, pinch.
Iris, remember when you asked me what your stage name should be?
I guess in some ways this story is about a grumpy, disaffected man finding a family.
Yeah.
How about A-set?
A-set?
Early in the game, we had mentioned that the person we were calling Falco, number 89, seemed to like the occult. Early on, I focused on that a little bit. The irony is, or maybe not the occult, but like mythology and stuff like that. You know?
Right.
The irony is, that was true. It's just that we're playing that person. So I was going on and on about Egyptian mythology and some level of symbolism, but the fact is that the main character was the person who was doing that. Like, isn't that just interesting?
That's pretty cool, yeah.
It's like the double fake. Maybe I'm playing Minecraft.
That's right, you are playing Minecraft.
Oh, god dang it, no!
I thought of that name. This is when I taught Iris about her name. Greek and Egyptian mythology, too.
A-set.
You bet.
It's pretty. I love it.
You see that flower over there? It's a very special flower that blooms in the cold.
The exact opposite of the other scenes.
A winter iris. Just like the iris from Greek mythology.
Dante told Iris these things, then she unwittingly told these things to Dante.
Yeah.
She's the messenger goddess. And the goddess of rainbows, too.
That's right. That's why the iris means good news and hope.
Good news. Hey, Uncle. You met Mommy at this shrine, right?
You're a little young to hear the story, though.
As soon as I saw her, I could feel it in my gut. Maybe that was something else.
Oh, God, Billy.
I'm sorry. I'm not sorry.
You will be.
Gonna hear good news from you two.
Well, remember what we saw from Hitomi's perspective. It's okay if you marry him.
Exactly.
What?
When will Uncle be my dad?
I wonder if this is what motivated him to try and quit.
The Okonomiyaki War.
What? That's an extremely stupid question. You know that the answer is yes.
I meant this specific scene where she's like, when are you going to marry my mom? Like, was the tipping point that made him be like, yeah, no, I gotta stop.
By coincidence, Billy.
Yeah?
By coincidence it happened this way. What was the first ending we got playing through the game randomly?
Mizuki, right?
The ending where Dante discovers that he has a daughter.
Yes.
We're at the final ending, Billy.
Oh my god.
The ending where Dante discovers that he has a daughter.
I'd like to take credit and say we planned it that way, but no, we didn't.
What a happy coincidence. In that ending, Mizuki saved Dante. We played as a character different than the person we'd been playing the entire time to resolve the final situation. And here, we are playing a different character than the one we have typically been playing. At the very least, it's not Aiba.
Right.
To resolve the problem, where Dante saves Iris, also the mirror image.
But you could say Iris saved Dante.
Touché.
And Hitomi. Also, when you said mirror, Mizuki was the one on the left side. Iris is the one on the right side. They are mirrored on the chart.
Well done! Well done!
Iris drew it. She must have really enjoyed herself. She even said that she wanted to do it again soon.
Yeah, we should. We'll do it whenever she likes. Maybe even every day.
I'm not pleading, by the way. Thanks, babe. Love ya. Meanwhile, Falco is killed in his sleep.
Oh, you. Every day?
Also, I think this is the only game I've ever seen where at the end the hero hooks up with the 41-year-old mom.
Weird thing to focus on, but you're right.
That's kind of awesome, isn't it?
Yeah.
Hitomi, do you want to live together? The three of us?
Are you sure?
What do you mean?
People are going to talk.
Well, get married then.
Exactly. Also, screw people. They're gonna talk anyway.
I don't care about that one bit.
Well then, hypothetically, what if Iris and I were being hunted down by a secret organization?
It's a very specific hypothetical.
Well, I'd defend you, of course.
And he did the best he could.
Yeah.
We don't know what he did. We do know he was actually just straight up there with a gun. He said, way back when we were interviewing 89 at the beginning of the Green Route before the lock, he said he called in some help.
Yeah.
What if they're zombies?
Well, then they're easy. Just shoot them in the head.
Yeah, piece of cake.
Zombies?
Remember when we went to that haunted house and you were clinging to my arm?
Yeah.
Because it was dark and it came out of nowhere. But fine.
I was clinging to your arm because if I didn't hold back my reflexes, I'd have judo chopped him.
Uh-huh.
I don't care if it's zombies or aliens or whatever else. I will defend you and Iris with my life.
Thank you. Well then, my answer is yes.
Well, that's always been what's been moving Date, isn't it? And then, nearly immediately after...
So, you want to go clean? Fine. Do as you please. You've done a lot for us.
I guess that really was the tipping point. Like, that may not have been the incident that changed him, but that was the incident
that prompted him to finally be done with it. Like, maybe he was clearly already thinking about it.
Yeah, clearly.
But there is one last thing. One final job I want you to do for me. It's nothing major. This woman and her daughter. I need you to dispose of them. Should be simple, no?
Yeah, I was thinking if there was some other detail in here.
This is...
But obviously no swapping had been done yet, so...
Right.
Before, I had said that Rohan knew about it, and that's why I sent him to get rid of those two in particular. Like, in other words, to completely control Falco. Maybe it was a coincidence. It doesn't really matter either way. Both are plausible, but the result is...
Now I understand. I understand why Rohan Kumakura wanted these two dead.
Indeed.
So Sejima asked Rohan to take Monika's corpse deep in the mountains, where no one would find it. Rohan found out that Hitomi knew about it. He also found out that Monika had given birth to a child. If the media got a hold of it, Congressman Sejima would be ruined. And that information would no doubt lead to discovering Monika's murder. So and Saito would be arrested immediately. And that investigation would lead straight to Rohan. But Rohan never told So about Hitomi and Iris. I don't know why not. Maybe he decided it wasn't important enough to mention. He played it close to the chest, need-to-know basis only. That way there'd be no loose ends. That's why Rohan hired the assassin Falco, meaning me, to kill Hitomi and Iris.
You got it? I want you on this right away. If you could do it in 2, maybe 3 days, that would be great. Good luck.
Of course I couldn't go through with it. But if I didn't kill them, someone else would. I was sure of it. I needed a plan. How could I get out of the organization and keep them safe? But I couldn't think of anything. I didn't know what to do. I needed advice. From an old friend.
Perhaps this was Pewter.
Who's secretly connected to everyone behind the scenes.
I see.
Ah, there we go.
Okay!
That's an interesting connection. I remember you had said once, from the scene where Boss burst in to arrest Falco and Rohan, that perhaps Rohan was a sinker. Well, it's closer to the other way around, I guess. I wonder how this happened. Where these two had a connection. If So didn't know about Iris and Hitomi.
Yeah, because Hitomi didn't try and bribe him till a couple days ago.
Right. What about all the times that So interacted with Dante? He must have thought, if he didn't know about any of this, we thought he knew what happened. We thought So knew, but if So didn't know, then what was he doing talking to Dante, his son?
Because either he didn't know about it all and knew that his son was in the police department somehow.
Under a different name and clearly didn't know who So was. But hence the, I don't like you. Go away and never show your face here again. And like the line, how does it feel to be killed by your own father?
Well, Saito was in him at that point.
Okay, no, you're right about that. Just wanted to point that out, though. It must have been very interesting what was going through his head.
I hear some pretty crazy confessions in my line of work, but this one takes the cake. But don't worry, all right? You could have told me you were being attacked by Martians and I still would have believed you.
I'm glad Boss is okay on this route, too.
Yeah.
Shizue.
The truth is, Boss and I were both in the same rookie class of police recruits in our 20s. We've been close ever since.
So, can you help me?
I do have one idea.
It's like he's not worried about himself.
No.
Indeed, she arrested him and took care of him after that.
Huh?
Have you heard of the new investigation department, Abyss? I was put in command there.
Hold on. Is this your office from before Abyss was installed?
I was about to point that same thing out.
So does that mean that her old office was also in a sub-basement level of the PD?
I was about to say that too!
Okay. Boss has lived a tough life. Boss explained Abyss and syncing to me.
The sync machine is normally used to look inside someone's head, but it does have another function. You can technically use it to swap bodies.
Swap bodies?
Right. So if we use that...
Oh my god, you mean to tell me that Boss told him to swap bodies? It wasn't something that happened to him? He did it intentionally? You mean they nabbed Rohan?
What?
And synced with him on purpose?
What?
Yeah, jaw drop.
What do you mean?
I mean, switch bodies with Rohan.
Oh my god!
I don't see how that would help me live happily with Hitomi and Iris.
Well, the point is to save them.
Fair point. Wow! That means he was willing to go that far.
It's kind of like, if not more so, sacrificing your own life.
Yeah.
With the strange benefit of being able to sacrifice your own life without dying.
Yeah.
The new you will be Rohan, chairman of the Kumakuras.
And so I guess Saito somehow just stormed in on the procedure and then swapped with Rohan, who had Falco in him.
That's what we saw.
But we need to find out why, and how, and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, like how'd he know? Was that an accident? Maybe...
Then you can send out an order.
Oh, here it is. Give an order erasing the hit.
Oh!
And then swap back. It was never meant to be a permanent thing. That seems to be what she's implying here.
Okay, that's probably what Boss is trying to do. It's just this isn't what happened.
Right, because Saito showed up and interrupted the...
well, maybe. I think the chronology that you just gave is messy. We don't know when it happens. It could be different, but...
No one lays a finger on Hitomi and Iris.
That's what they intended.
What about Rohan? Won't he be in my body?
Yeah, and then... Okay, so then after that swap back, so when she arrested them... This was after they'd already done the swapping. The reason that Rohan dropped his guard is because that was Falco!
Oh! Oh, I see!
But the person in Falco's body would have been Rohan then.
Which meant he would have been there to kill Hitomi and Iris.
But he jumped in the way.
No, Hitomi jumped in the way.
Yeah, okay.
She thought it was Falco.
Wow! That's a twist!
Just get rid of it, I guess.
Or maybe there wasn't a plan to switch back.
Get rid of it?
You can take this opportunity to get rid of Falco once and for all.
New life in a different body.
Couldn't you have picked a more photogenic one?
No, she's talking about... Well, it ended up being Dante anyway.
That's fair.
No one will know what really happened. No one will ever find out that a police officer was moonlighting as an assassin. It's 2 birds with 1 stone, right?
She made a good point.
So it's not that the higher-ups knew what really happened, it's that Boss was the only one who did. Pewter must have known a bunch of it, but...
Well, Pewter had to have been there for the swapping around to begin with. To run the machine?
I mean, we don't know. I guess we're about to find out.
And I had no reservations about giving up my body. My body had soaked in so much blood over the years. I was almost glad to be rid of it.
Well, I'm glad he's back in it. Because... Well, it's like you can't run away from yourself, you know?
But I did have a single regret. With my body switched, I couldn't show myself to Hitomi or Iris. I would never be able to see them again. But I didn't care.
You know, he could have. I understand he didn't keep his memories. But he could have.
What do you mean?
I'm Falco.
Yeah, because they totally buy that.
Isn't there one person who can tell them everything? And doesn't he still act like that? In fact, when they met him again in the other body, did they not both instantly bond with him and become close?
All right, okay, that makes sense.
He could have made it happen. That'd be a crummy story, then this game sort of wouldn't happen. But just saying he could have.
As long as they were safe.
All right, leave everything to me. Hayato Yagyu.
Okay, so his name isn't Kaname Date. I also think it's such an interesting parallel.
Uh-huh.
We never found out Boss's name until... Which ending?
Oda, I think?
No, Mizuki.
Oh, you're right!
Just like with the other kind of parallels.
And now we just found out Dante's real name, or Falco's, or Hayato's.
Yeah, it's a parallel sandwich that we just happened to stumble into. But that's because it seems like the Mizuki ending and the real ending are...
Synonymous?
Not synonymous, like the mirror images of each other.
Yeah.
Like the most important ending on the left side.
Was the Mizuki one?
Yeah, clearly.
Quick, where's the I pun in that name, Damon?
Well, I don't know how that's written.
Okay, then. That was my real name.
I'm sorry, I'm an idiot. No, I'll tell you the I thing as soon as...
Boss, how did you bring in Rohan Kumakura?
Okay, you were right. Pewter was there for it. His name was Hayato Yagyu.
Uh-huh.
Yagyu Jubei. Ever heard the name? And Yagyu is the family name because, it's actually Kumakura Rohan, Okay,
that name does sound familiar. Wasn't he a one-eyed samurai?
He was. He
Okay.
was a one-eyed samurai.
All right.
That may have actually been the initial idea for the game.
I made up some charges and had the cops take him in.
Boss?
Is that okay?
No.
Yeah, it'll be fine. Because he's about to switch bodies.
Oh, no reaction to that, Peter?
All right. Rohan has been put to sleep.
The final
He will
Somnium!
not be waking up for a while.
Right? This has to be the final Somnium.
Remember, to get your consciousness to fully transfer.
Yeah, I know. I understand. Stay in Somnium for more than 6 minutes. Right.
We can't complete it in time, which is why there's only
We're
one
counting on
slot left in the album.
Let us begin. 3, 2, 1.
Hell, I'll just stand in one spot for 6 minutes.
We already established you can't do that!
Stop!
Wow, does that mean that...
Please!
Does that mean that in the Iris Somnium, when the first time we synced with Saito, that when we were seeing these images, it was
No, it would have been Saito.
like pulling them... Oh no, it was Saito.
Please!
Like he was pulling these images
Help me!
from himself? No. Then the only way to see these images is if you're on the left side of the chart.
You're...
It is a little too bad, though. That would have been a pretty excellent final Somnium.
It's me.
Rohan?
God, I'm huge.
Did you forget your own idea?
Does that mean...
I'm Hayato Yagyu. The switch worked. There's been a breakthrough in the case.
He's tall. See?
I know. You don't have to say it.
I mean, yeah, they're standing on a lower elevation, but still. You know, we were trying to figure out what Pewter's motivation was, and I'm still not sure we were wrong about the parallel worlds thing, which is something that happened. It could just be a hobby of his. But, well, now isn't the time, but it's like wondering about what Pewter was doing at those times when he did the things that he did, when he specifically wanted to tell Dante, because he knew exactly who he was talking to.
Right.
Regarding the Cyclops serial killings, right?
How did you know?
We can monitor what happens in the Somnium from this room.
Boss and Pewter explained. There wasn't just one Cyclops serial killer. There were two. One was Rohan, and the other was Saito Sejima.
I guess this is how they found out.
The sync revealed everything.
Accidentally, but the sync can't be used as evidence in court.
Yeah, well, following the law doesn't seem to be one of Boss's strong points.
You are correct.
We should ask him about it.
Good idea. When Rohan wakes up, we'll interrogate him. Huh?
Oh!
What? Pewter, where is he?
How would I know?
This is bad.
Kagami, you had one job!
I knew that! I was gonna say the same thing! It's all Kagami's fault!
Hey, which way did Rohan go?
I'm listening to your voice.
Huh?
Okay, no, it's that guy.
Rohan's standing right there.
It's the other one that we talked
Oh,
to.
okay, it's Police Officer A.
No, this isn't Rohan.
Oh my god, they didn't explain anything to him, so when Falco woke up, he just let him go. It was that simple.
Taxpayer dollars at work, folks.
Yagyu! Where is Yagyu? Where did he go?
Oh, him. He just left.
What?
Why didn't you stop him?
No one told me anything.
Why should I stop him?
What do you mean? He's a detective.
Exactly.
He said he wanted to leave, so I opened the door. Did I do something wrong?
You're fired.
But why?
No, don't tell me.
Meanwhile, he's like, wonder why Rohan Kumakura's over there, kind of hanging out with him. That's weird.
I shot out of the room like a bullet. I had a bad feeling. An awful, terrible feeling down to the bones. I knew where he was headed. I ran out to the parking lot, got in a car, and floored it.
Hey, why is Rohan Kumakura fleeing the police department?
Oh, hello. What are you doing here at this hour?
Uh-huh.
Such beautiful eyes.
Oh, stop. You're always flattering me. Anyway, come on in. I'll make us some tea.
You bastard!
No! Stop!
Oh, what a tragedy.
She got crippled saving the wrong person.
She didn't know.
I know.
No.
But now he has to live with the fact that he's the one...
Who crippled her?
Stop right there!
That was really a good call. Back when you saw Rohan lower his gun.
Nothing can escape my eagle eyes, except for using timies, apparently.
No, that was amazing, man. Because you wouldn't let it go.
No, it was too weird! Hitomi had to endure a long, complicated surgery, but she survived. But it came at a price. She was left with a permanent injury.
Alright, now obviously there's still a little bit more info that we haven't gotten, but a question that I needed to bring up again. How the heck did Saito in Iris's body get the floral knife from Mayumi?
They made too big of a deal about it to just be her dementia or something.
It was even the post-credits reveal of that ending.
See, I thought that there was going to be something like he talked to the guard and the guard just listened to him because now he has that ability for some reason. As a result of the sync or something.
I mean, that would make sense. It's probably not what happened. But
right, but that was the first thing my mind jumped to.
But maybe it was. The thing is, though, is that has to... Her taking that knife has to be something. If it wasn't, it wouldn't have made a big deal out of it. Consider what I was just saying about you being like, dude, Rohan lowered his gun. They're not going to hide some plot point about the truth with Rohan lowering his gun and then have the root reveal thing be a nothing.
Right.
See, now it would be fine if there was nothing. If we were making too much of a big deal out of her getting that knife, if it was a nothing thing. Except, in addition to what we just talked about, that didn't have to happen. There was no reason that it needed to happen for the story. It didn't need to be that knife unless it was sacrifice game continuity for the sake of making this particular route interesting and to obfuscate things. I don't believe they would do that.
She lost all use of her right hand, thanks to the bullet I fired from my own gun. I said nothing. I got up and left the hospital room. And I left all my memories with her. That night, I visited the Kumakura building and called them all together.
Everyone, listen up. Hitomi Sagan and her daughter Iris are untouchable from this day forward. If any of you lay a single finger on them, you don't want to know what'll happen to you.
I wonder if that's why MoMA ended up liking Aset. No, he would have said something.
Yeah, come on.
Are we clear?
But he should have been here.
He probably was.
I guess he just didn't know the
details. He probably wasn't high enough in the loop.
He's Rohan's younger brother. This is a family-based business.
Well, true, but does that necessarily mean he has a high enough rank?
He was his successor. He was Rohan's successor.
All right, fair point.
during at least the Iris route, if nothing else, if Moma had known that Hitomi Sagan and Iris Sagan were the people that Rohan warned him not to touch, he would have said it then. So he just must not have known that Aset was the little girl Iris.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yes, sir.
I went to So's mansion, by boss's request.
Meet with Saito. Figure out the truth behind the Cyclops murders. As long as you're like that, I think he'll be more open with you.
So I went to the Sejima residence. When I got there, I said I want to meet Saito into the intercom. After a while, the gate opened and Saito himself welcomed me.
What is it you want to talk about?
God, those eyes.
Why? Why now are you giving me a place to look around and interact with? I don't think Falcon or Yaghan is going to be like, oh, look at that bush.
It's a farkin' topiary!
I feel like if I ask the wrong question, something bad's going to happen.
If that's not the case, then you better ask the top one last so he doesn't get suspicious. So maybe the one on the right is the most in-character one?
So about the next girl we're gonna kill.
Do you have someone in mind?
Let me think. What'll it be? The 5th murder? The 5th Cyclops killer victim?
Hold on. Could you not refer to us like that?
Why not?
I told you, it's very old-fashioned.
But that's our name.
My modern sense of aesthetics will not permit us to use such an old-fashioned way of referring to murder.
A name you decided. You even sent that letter without my permission.
Saito, you okay?
You said it would throw off their investigation. I don't know how effective it was.
So there's no relation to Greek mythology?
What? Don't ask me. You're the one who came up with it.
Huh. So, why'd they have their right eyes taken out? I don't know, you tell me. You're frickin' weird.
You got no right to call me that, kid.
That was your idea. I don't understand why you're asking me.
My idea,
that
was it?
look on his face, it's the same one that he was giving in Boss's body in the Green
He also
Room.
has the same hand twitch.
Yes. You told me that you suffer from hemispatial neglect. That you can't recognize the right half of your vision. You always eat the left half of your meals and all that.
We're both crazy, so we may as well just accept it and have fun killing people.
Fair enough.
The same is true of the faces of those you've killed. You can't recognize faces out of your right eye.
Hey, about that hemispatial neglect, that means that right now, Hayato is suffering from that.
Right.
But he's not acting any different.
Well, how would he necessarily act like that?
I don't know.
I mean, it's not like he's got something on the left side of his face that Rohan or Falco or Yagyu or whatever his name is could comment on.
Well, I'm just saying, maybe he would have been like, oh, this is weird, I can't see out of my right eye.
That's fair. Presumably Pewter would have noticed something and told him, maybe?
Well, it didn't happen, and it doesn't matter that much. But I did want to point it out.
Which means you can only see the right half of their faces. And that's why you pull their right eye. That's what you told me anyway.
Thanks for the details, kid.
I'm getting old, so it's hard to remember stuff. So about Saito and Rohan. You and me. No, that was right.
How long has it been since we last met?
That's an odd question.
Humor me.
The first time we met was when I killed one.
Okay.
And my father asked you to deal with the body. But we didn't so much as see each other for 12 years after that. Why are you asking me this?
What was the next time we met?
About half a year ago.
And what did I tell you then?
Now, to be fair, Saito doesn't know anything about body swapping.
Right.
You don't remember?
Remind me.
I remember you showed up rather suddenly. You really want to kill people?
He really did just bust out with that.
I'll find you targets. Just let me keep the eyes. Then we both get what we want. We'll make good partners.
I need you to come with me to Abyss for no reason.
Abyss is not related to the police, even though we'll be going to the police station. They're corrupt. I control them.
Hey, Saito, could you come with me for a bit?
Where are we going?
There's a place I want to take you.
Really? Is it perhaps the police station?
No.
Suddenly, bodyguards rushed out from inside the mansion.
And they still all look the same.
Oh, of course they do. That's the joke. They surrounded me before I could react.
They have chased out some weird people.
What are you doing?
You aren't the real Rohan Kumakura.
How do you...
Duh! How's he acting? Oh, how does he know about syncing? Now that, the only thing it could have to do with is Kawasaki, and that for whatever reason, like the stuff that happened there with the 8 years ago thing all had to do with So, of course, and he was the one who somehow obtained the machine.
Okay.
That's the only way he could know about syncing.
That makes sense.
I could tell as soon as you opened your mouth.
Or that.
Well, no, we knew that as well.
Let's get a change of scenery. Fortunately for you, I am interested in hearing you talk.
Because we've got to get these two swapped.
Uh-huh.
Mr. Kumakura showed me this place.
And see, there's the building.
Yeah.
So it's fitting that this is where you die. What a wonderful feeling. The truth serum is working beautifully.
Ah, okay.
Wow.
So this.
I see. I see. You got into that body with the sync machine. Fascinating. I'm intrigued.
Now, there's no way that he would actually, that Saito would want to be in a different body. He wants it to be like this.
So he gets a rush when he kills people.
He wants to enjoy his hobby. So it was something that was done to Saito.
Unless he does have a reason we just haven't figured out.
Or they just haven't told us. It would be amusing. We initially thought that the body swapping, that was something that was done to Falco, to Hayato. But no, it was something done by Falco, by Hayato. And we thought that the person who did it was Saito. Saito did it to Falco. But it turns out that Saito is going to be the victim and have it done to him. That's a great twist, literally turning this stuff upside down.
I want to see it for myself.
Like real subversion of expectations.
The prototype sync machine. Where is it? Chiba? You there. Why don't you go and fetch it for me?
Right, of course, they had it.
By myself? Why we just load it into a truck or something? It's kind of big.
Why do you sound like Rohan Kumakura just did?
Don't worry. I'll pay whatever it costs.
And because no organization keeps track of anything in this game...
I wonder why they got that sync machine. I wonder who spirited it out of there in the first place.
A few days later...
Well, it looks like preparations are complete.
And this really was an area that Rohan knew.
Mm-hmm.
That was... Rohan knowing about this place was something we were right about accidentally.
Let's say you and I get started.
Okay.
So he did it to himself?
Ah! You psychopath!
You pulled out your own eye permanently.
All right, let's go.
So it wasn't done to him? He wanted this to happen?
Maybe in some base level, he wanted... Yes? Was that it?
That wasn't more than 6 minutes.
It kind of looked like it failed.
Mm-hmm. Well, maybe it didn't. There, off he goes.
What are you doing? Follow him!
In a way, maybe he just wanted to know what it felt like to not have to rely on killing.
Well,
It just didn't satisfy him.
he felt absolutely horrible. Although at first, I suppose he said that he was like a miserable empty husk in Rohan's body until he figured out his memories.
Good point, good point.
Perhaps it was that curiosity, and then later on when we talked to him in the green route, he was like, I hate this. Killing people makes me feel bad. I don't like this.
My memories after that were lost in a violent haze.
Right.
I was forcibly disconnected during the sync.
Okay, yeah, because it looked like it failed.
Saito's mind overwhelmed me. Only my consciousness was sent over. My memories were left behind in my original brain. I thought I might have some of Saito's memories to cling to, but I never picked them up.
Oh, so he never had them.
Maybe because they weren't mine to hold. It felt like reality itself was disappearing. I was confused and lost. So it wasn't a full sync.
It was a failed sync. I was about to say maybe it had something to do with a defective brain, but
Or because it's a prototype.
But the defective brain thing can't be right, as Dante is a sinker.
Right! Like suffering from a permanent hallucination. I could barely feel my feet beneath me walking under the city lights. When I regained my faculties, I found I was in Golden Yokocho. My wandering with no destination in mind was interrupted by a woman.
I wonder whatever happened to that eye. Saito's eye that he just pulled out.
It's no good now, I guarantee it.
I mean, it doesn't matter, but, curiosity.
You're Saito Sejima? I guess not.
Huh?
Sorry, I just had a feeling. I heard that the prototype machine was stolen, so we lost communication for a whole week.
Who are you?
Just as I thought.
Boss is pretty sharp.
Yeah.
You've lost your memory. All right. From now on, think of me as your boss.
Boss?
That's right. That's what you'll call me.
She never went by that until then, I guess.
Come with me. To where you belong. I managed to make a new family register for you.
You know what? About Boss. Now, I like Boss, and I'm glad that it turned out that we really could trust her. I always liked Boss. But she is literally the worst commander of a police division of all time. You can't trust her with a darn thing. She is just going to misuse and abuse authority to the maximum possible level.
From today on, you have a new name and a new life. As a member of Abyss, the team I run.
You want me to be a police officer?
You were a policeman before, remember?
No.
You've already passed the exams. There shouldn't be a problem.
I took exams?
But the new me didn't pass.
That's fine, trust me. It won't be a problem. That congressman knows how to pull strings.
Huh.
So may not have known about anything else, but he did know that Dante wasn't his son. Okay, because we were wondering about that earlier.
It could have just been that seeing Dante fills him with revulsion because he looks like his son. Because he has his son's body.
Like, you're absolutely right. What I was saying is, those scenes in which Dante talked to So, who did So think he was talking to?
He must have known that it... Okay.
That's what I've been talking about.
All right.
So it looks like because of Boss, she sort of told him some of the stuff that happened, and... Well, I'm not saying anything about your secrets. Help me out here, and I'll continue to do so. Maybe not quite blackmail, but, lateral mail, where they're blackmailing each other.
Parallel blackmail?
Who?
No one, never mind.
So what's my new name?
Kaname Date. I hope you like it.
Kaname Date.
Do I have a choice? Can I pick a name?
Oh, she already did the family register.
Oh.
Yep. Nice to meet you, Date.
Man, I am so glad that at the end, we still had our socks blown off by what happened.
Yeah, me too.
Even though we were so close and had a lot of things right from the beginning, there were still so many things that we did not know. Okay, it has been a long time. It sucks to end now, but
I bet we're gonna finish in the next episode.
there's at least enough game left for another full episode. We still have to stop Saito. Now we're just learning the truth.
And it is awesome and weird.
Speaking of awesome and weird, wait, we do that at the beginning of the episode, not the end. I messed up.
We out!